matchup to Central Link Field in Seattle. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back.
I gotta do one more thing. Shit. I have to wait.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
Here we go now. Look at 56. Look at 56. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter. Underscored. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught outright by Graham. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing passer.
On 3rd down, Wilson can't. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Baker in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So on fourth down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
2nd down, Cousins. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now Thompson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to fire one deep middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 39 that time.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, It is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Second and goal to go now. Again, a run with Thompson. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 23-year-old Jones had a career day in Week 6, 135 yards, tying his career high. He hit pay dirt once as well.
And, of course, the team needed what he provided in this game. But the fans probably needed it as well, because I know early in the season they were wondering if letting Alfred Morris go to Dallas was a good move. But if Matt Jones keeps playing like this, including that big run to ice the game in the end, they won't ask for him much more after that. Really nice game for Matt Jones.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Chris Thompson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On the run, this is Michael. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. For Christian Michael's 5th year in the league, first 4 years, a total of 497 yards, but now getting a chance in Seattle, 354 through 6 weeks.
I love what he said about the whole thing, about how he had to wake up and realize what he needed to do in his career, and he rededicated himself this year with a second opportunity in Seattle, and boy, it's paying off not just for him, but for the Seahawks.
And he added 2 scores to go along with 64 yards in their game against the Falcons in Week 6. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, it's Thompson. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 76 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there at 22.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now Wilson to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Well, partner, Jimmy is no longer down. Jimmy Graham is back and in a big way. How about this past week? Another excellent game, and I believe he's averaging over 100 yards per game in his last 3 outings.
He is indeed, and you're right, 6 catches, 89 yards in week 6. He's back. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Yeah. You got it. See? You ain't got the juice, bro. You got the juice.
Hauschka to send this one away
Problem,
following the
ain't
score.
got the juice. I got the juice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And here come the Redskins now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Following the interception. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I think you got some blitz.
They'll come out in the pistol. After the interception, here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come out here in the eye. Here's Wilson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the field goal. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
On 1st and 10, Cousins is going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Third and long for Cousins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from two. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let the ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go now.
Following the interception, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Yeah, nothing doing here is this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Cousins surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Again, we'll see the pistol here on the carry. Michael. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Wilson.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
They go play fake to Michael. Now Wilson rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And left side here, it's Graham. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring it down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Preston Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, here's Wilson. And it is incomplete. You know, we saw some fun things around the NFL in Week 6. You had a nose tackle, Dontari Poe get into the end zone. Cody Fleeter, a tight end, ran a sweep into the end zone. Interesting week.
The college game does have an influence on the NFL. Cody Fleeter, that was a jet sweep that normally you see in the college game more than anywhere else. Dontari Poe, they used him really as like an extra tight end, and he caught a pass. It really became a lateral, and he dove in. How about in Buffalo? Well, I saw option, and we saw direct snap to LaShawn McCoy for touchdowns.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
I don't know why I keep trying to pick on him, man.
Last time they were moving the ball,
Man,
and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense.
Seahawks ain't got no offense.
Continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Complete outright to Kurz. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wilson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Seeing Marvin Jones.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing his Cousins. Caught right side, Davis. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
3rd down now following the completed pass. They come up in an offset eye. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now. The try. Back Philly. Here we go.
They'll go with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They come out here in the eye. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good game.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Wilson. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They come up with an offset eye, and they'll go with a ground attack here. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. The Skins going for it. Cousins is brought in by Jamison Crowder. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Seattle first. And they're going to speed things up here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And quickly they get to the line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play, because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing here, Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. Going up top. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Cousins again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Seahawks taking it right down Broadway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Redskins, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Cousins here to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play. Cousins to Jackson. 44 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins taking it in. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Baker in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. On second down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's brought down after a good game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll run it here with Michael. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Deep drop. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. One last shot for Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's brought down after a good game. Charles, this is not an easy place to win. They are known for having such a great crowd. But how about that? They came in here, they were determined from the opening kick, and they got it done.
And they've done such a great job at putting an excellent team on the field. But the architects that built this stadium to keep the noise in, and that crowd responds in a big way. But you're exactly right. Hard to believe that people can still come in here and win the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
They said it was a mess that killed 100 people inside of a motherfucking town. That's the same shit I'm saying. We cannot do. I'd like to know.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bradford's Vikings going up against Carr's Raiders. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oakland Raiders. And he'll take this up past. The 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Raiders a first down. So the D-line's going to spread out.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlight at wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They'll run here. It's Murray. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a first.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Carr now on 1st down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. And Cooper's coming off back-to-back 100-yard games. In fact, in Week 6, he had 9 catches in the first half alone.
He is such a terrific route runner and spends a lot of time in the film room finding ways to get open, working against defenses. He was a pro when he got to the NFL, and we saw that in the first half against Kansas City.
And he's only 22. The future is bright. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest, because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that play behind the line of scrimmage. How about that pursuit?
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's got room. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on first down. He's got time. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make him more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. The Oakland Raiders get set to take over again on offense, and their running game, they had Latavius Murray out again week 6 with a toe injury. What are you seeing from their backfield?
Well, they're not getting the same type of production. Latavius Murray is one of the most underrated backs in the NFL, so trying to cobble together a good run game with him out has been difficult, so they've leaned on their wide receivers and passing game.
Latavius Murray. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, 85 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Now he's forced out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First carry of the game here for Matt Asiata. And it'll be a a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out with one back and three tight ends. And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Well, partner, we're through week 6, so let's stir that MVP pot. Who are you liking right now?
Sam Bradford, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas. Julio Jones, Atlanta. Matt Ryan, Atlanta. Dark horse, Dak Prescott in Dallas, and you have to give the defense some love. What about Von Miller?
Yeah, Von Miller too, but how about that? A couple guys from Atlanta, a couple from Dallas. Those offenses humming right now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Carr to throw on second down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Carr now to throw. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Roberts with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Carr keeps it on the sneak. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first down, Murray. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That was 2nd down run for Murray. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Well, they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr taking it in. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here again is McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Bradford. Backing up. He's going to air one out. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Here's Jones. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now for the point after. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
First down, Bradford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
This is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Bradford, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. On 4th down, they do snap it. Bradford trying to lay one up deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Carr. It finds Crabtree for the completion. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. A give to Jones. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll go again to Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They come up in an offset eye. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's McKinnon, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Bradford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Now they'll run. Murray. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll try and run with Murray. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58!
On 1st and 10, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go now. Green. Look. So.
2nd down, Bradford. Finding time. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And now here come the Raiders. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Carr going to go on 4th down. He finds Roberts complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast. But
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sharif Floyd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, Murray. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 2nd down, Bradford again. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.